This is First Coast Math Clinic, and this video is on how to square binomials. In the previous video, we talked about how to multiply binomials using the box method and using FOIL. There's a link for that video coming up right now, as well as at the end of this video if you want to review multiplying binomials. In this video, we're going to go through these 4 examples on squaring binomials. So let's start with this first example. So we've got x minus 3 squared. So let's go through kind of a generalized formula that we can use to square these binomials. So let's say instead of x minus 3 squared, we've got a minus b squared. So we're going to come up with a general rule that we can use. So whenever we have a binomial with a minus sign squared, we can use this general rule, right? So if we have a binomial with a minus sign squared, the general rule that we're going to follow, so we have our two terms a and b, and we're going to get a trinomial out of this. So we're going to take our first term and square it. So this is going to be a squared. Then we're going to take our last term and square it. So I'm going to make this positive. So it's going to be positive b. And then we're going to get a middle term. And our middle term is going to be minus 2 times our first term times our last term. 2 times a times b. So our a value times our b value. So let's use this rule to square our binomial here, x minus 3 squared. So our a value is our x, our b value is our 3. So a value is x, b value is 3. So applying our rule, we're going to square the a value, square our first value. Then we're going to square the b value, so it's our first value and our last value, so I want 3 squared. So this is a, this is b, and I'm going to keep that. It's going to be plus. And then for our middle value, I want minus 2ab, so minus 2 times a, and we know a is x, and we know b is 3. Now we can simplify this middle term, so we can multiply 2 times x times 3 is going to give us 6. Actually, we'll put the x in there. It should be 6x. X squared is our first term, and then 3 squared is 9. So our binomial x minus 3 squared is this trinomial x squared minus 6x plus 9. And just as a quick check to show you that that works, I'm going to FOIL that really quickly, right? So first, outer, inner, last. First, x times x is x squared. Outer, x times minus 3. So minus 3 times x. Inner, minus 3 times x. And then last, minus 3 times minus 3. So negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. Then we can combine our middle terms. Minus 3 or negative 3, negative 3 minus 3 is going to give us minus 6x plus 9, and then x squared. So we get the same answer both ways, okay? So let's do a couple more examples squaring our binomial using our squaring rule. So our next example is y plus 2 squared. And our rule for this, instead of subtraction, we're adding. So this is going to be a plus b squared. So we're going to do the same thing we did in the previous slide. To get our first term, we're going to square the a. We're going to square that initial value, right? So our a here is the y. Then we're going to get our last term. which is b. So we're going to square b. So we want b squared, which is the 2 here. Now we need to get the middle term. And to get that, we're going to do plus 2ab. So instead of subtracting, we're going to keep that sign, that plus sign. So we've got plus 2ab. So again, the a is our y, and the b is our 2. So let's use this rule and square our binomial y minus 2. So again, this is a, this is b. So we want to square the a value, so squaring y. Then we're going to do plus 2 times a, which is y, times b, which is 2, and then plus b squared, or plus, b squared, so 2 to the second power. So again, this is a, and then 2ab, and then b. So now we can square our y, which is just going to give us y squared. 2 times y times 2 is going to give us 4y. And then 2 squared is going to give us 4. So again, we're just using this formula here to square our binomial. Next example, we've got 2x plus 5 squared. So we're adding. So again, we remember our rule. A plus b squared is going to be the first term squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So our a value here is the 2x. Our b value is the 5. So our a is the 2x. Our b value is the 5. So using our formula, let's square 2x plus 5. So I want to square the 2x first, square the a value first. And then, so again, that's a. And then 2ab. So 2 times a, which is 2x. And then times b, which is 5. And then we want b. So our b value. B is 5, and we're going to square b. So now once we have this done, we can square a. So 2x squared is going to give us 4x squared. We can multiply everything here. 2 times 2 times 5 is going to give us 20x plus 5 squared is going to give us 25. All right, and I just kind of put these a and b's as placeholders just to show you where they go. But remember, this is a squared, b squared. Okay. All right, let's do one more example where we square our binomial. All right, here we're subtracting 3y minus 4 squared. So our subtraction rule, a minus b squared is going to be same thing, a squared, but now it's going to be minus 2ab plus b squared. So our a values, a is 3y, and our b value is the 4. So when I choose b and we're subtracting, I'm just choosing the number itself. I'm keeping the positive value and I'm plugging in the sign as needed. So I'm just keeping the signs in our formula. So it's going to be minus and plus. So that's our a, that's our b. So we want to square a first. So it's going to be 3y squared minus 2 times 3y times 4. So remember, this is a squared minus 2ab, and then I want plus b squared, so plus b is 4. So now we can square 3y to the second power is going to give us 9y squared. Then going left to right, multiplying that those middle values. 2 times 3 times 4 is going to give us minus 24y. And then 4 squared is 16. So our answer here, our trinomial, is 9y squared minus 24y plus 16. All right, so these were 4 examples on how to square binomials. I hope these videos are helping you guys. If you like these videos, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to see any additional topics made, leave those in the comments. If you like these videos, again, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. First Coast Math Clinic.